Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. So I actually just fully recorded this video only to find out I was muted, so it came out with no sound. But here we go, we're doing it back, we're running it again. So 2K is giving us an option, a choice, a straight up bracket for us to choose a Galaxy Opal that they will drop for us in a Lockercode. So now I need you guys to go ahead and vote. I'm going to show you guys how to vote, how to do all that, my choices, what I decided and all that, and we'll discuss it a little bit. So introducing the new 2K21 Galaxy Opal bracket. So this is kind of a March Madness type bracket. They did this before in March Madness where we get to vote through like some college players and stuff, guys that have pretty good careers, and we get to a certain point and they said right here, so vote for your picks in each matchup to decide who will get a Galaxy Opal. We'll drop a locker code for the winning player at the end of the tournament. So we don't exactly know when the tournament will end, but we'll talk about it. We'll discuss everything that I went through previously. We'll do it again. So here's the bracket. You have choices, you get to vote. I'll show you guys what I did so far. So far, the votes are going in. When I started recording this, or when I did it, we were at like 15,000, 17,000 for some of them. They're at 19,000. So make a Twitter. You don't actually need to use your name. Make it whatever you want it to be, literally. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I do giveaways. I do certain things every once in a while. You'll keep up to date with me. And I always tweet out 2K stuff like locker codes and all that. So just make a Twitter. It's actually free. You don't have to be a certain age. I'm pretty sure you can lie. Honestly, wait. I didn't actually say that, but yeah, if your parents say you can't make one, then don't make one. But otherwise, just make it. It's cool. It's a free app and you're going to like it. I like Twitter a lot. So Jared Culliver or Patrick Ewing. So all I'm going to say straight up is Jared Culver had one of the coolest cards last year. He had a Ruby card that was so cheesy, like straight up. And everyone I see on Twitter is talking about how they want Jared Culver. So I don't know how he's losing. I think people vote based on names, and that's why Patrick Ewing is winning. But if you think about it, we had a Patrick Ewing in Season 1 of Pink Diamonds who was atrocious. We just got one for Spotlight Sims who's not much better. And yeah, maybe if it's a Galaxy Opal, he'll be slightly better. But at the end of the day, like, why are we voting for that? Like, they had two chances. They fumbled both of them. Neither of them were that good. And this Jared Culliver, he's a big guard. Like, straight up can run, probably the point guard. I'm assuming that's what they're going to drop him as. And he's going to be huge, nice wingspan. And he's going to be so cheesy. And I don't know why people aren't voting for that unless they just don't want him out there in the streets, which I guess kind of makes sense. So once again, I will just say this. I'm not telling you guys what to vote for. You guys vote based on you guys. I'm showing you guys what I voted for. So I obviously went Culliver on that one, and I'm surprised not many more people did. The second one was Jay Williams or Drummond. So Drummond's cool and all, but I can't really see Drummond being that cheesy. And I'm not like wanting someone cheesy, I really don't, but like, why would anyone really use a Drummond Galaxy Opal? You know what I mean? Like, it's not really gonna happen like that. Even if they really gotta buff up his three. Like, his three's gotta be mad high for anyone to even think about it. And then at the end of the day, are you really? So I picked Jay Williams. Jay Will had some good cards last year. He wasn't that bad, so that's why I picked that. The next one is Kemba and Jason Terry. So the reason I didn't pick Kemba is we already got a pink diamond for him, and I feel like we're gonna get more and more cards for Kemba Walker as we go. Like, he might get an Opal someday for any reason, right? Jason Terry, we don't really have a card for him. We had an Evo one last year, I remember, that went up to like Galaxy Opal. That was kind of cool. But like, as of now, we don't have a Jason Terry card that's usable, so it's not a bad card. The next one is big time though. Greg Oden. Greg Oden is gonna be a fire card, especially at Galaxy Opal, because they usually make him a stretch big. So he's gonna be able to stretch. He's going to be able to guard your Shaq because he's big enough. He's going to be able to guard your Yaos. He's going to really be one of the better bigs for sure. Like, I think that as a Galaxy Opal is solid. One of those guys that you wish you could have turned injuries off for in real life, and he never got injured. He's a what if for sure. So I think Greg Oden is a really good choice for that one over Jahlil Okafor. Jahlil could be good too, but I don't really see that many people using Jahlil like that. The next one is Trey Burke. Straight up shooter, one of the better jump shots in the league. A lot of people use it in park. Trey Burke's base, upper, whatever you want to use. So I can see Trey being real cheesy, as do so many more people voting for him, of course. George, no one really wants that. No offense to George Niang, he's probably solid. He'd probably be really good too. He has like an emerald that evolved, I think the domination one. I'm pretty sure he had that this year, unless that was last year. But nah, he definitely had that, and it's not a bad card. The next one's really interesting because they dropped the Bill Walton. I know Bill Walton's really out there in the scene, right? Like the commentating scene right now and all that. But we already have a Galaxy Opal Bill Walton. So he's gonna get left in the dust. I could highly doubt anyone's gonna vote for him. JJ Redick, straight up shooter. another one of those clays or whatever you want to see him as. Probably not as great as a dribbler as some of the other cards out there, but he's going to be a knockdown, catch and shoot, Ray Allen, whatever you want to use him as. And now the next one is huge. I think this one is going to like blow away the competition, and it makes a lot of sense. Obi Toppin, let's just talk about how he had a card that was in the draft, the Evo draft one, the Emerald, and it made it to Amethyst, and he was solid just as that. He was good enough to run in Limited. He was good enough to use a little bit here and there. Obviously, we got really good cards as we went throughout the year, so he was never usable for that long, but he's got really good size. He's got a solid jumper. He's got the athleticism to jump with the best of them, to get rebounds, blocks, defensively. I think Obi is probably the highest choice on here. Like we said, Jarrett Culver was the one that I see a lot of people talking about, and then Obi Toppin. So I'm not telling you guys what to vote for. This ain't politics or nothing. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, go vote for this right now. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. But he's clearly winning the race by a lot, like right now. Obviously, it's the first round, but you can see there's 21,000 votes for this one, and he's at 83.4%, which is the highest percentage-wise, and there's been more votes on that in general, because Obi's just going to be cheesy. He's going to be so good. He's going to keep up with some of the best people. Like, if you're having trouble stopping certain players, I think you could put Obi on him and you're going to be good. Plus, Evan Turner, like, yo, the only way Evan Turner is going to win that one is he's got to tell his whole team to tweet out like, yo, make sure all your supporters vote for me, but otherwise it's not happening. Anyway, next story is Christian Laettner and Doug McDermott. So when I recorded this earlier, Christian was winning by a lot more. I see Doug making some work. He's making progress, and the reason I voted for Doug is he's gonna be a nice shooter, and honestly I just can't stand that Amethyst Christian Laettner. I know a lot of you guys can't either. Like, those challenges were rough out there, and obviously if he's a Galaxy Opal, he'll be a lot better because he had some good cards last year. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Like, Christian Laettner can be cheesy. All these cards can be cheesy if they made it the right way with the Galaxy Opal. And at the end of the day, I don't even like cheese. So like, no, I like cheese in real life, but not in 2K, you know? So like, I'm not telling you vote for the cheesiest player. I'm just thinking of cards that can run with the best of them. Because if you're going into Unlimited, you're going into Limited, you need a card that could keep up. So Christian can definitely be that. Vote for whoever you want. Once again, I'm not saying anything. What you guys got to realize is it says 4 days left. So that's for first round. I'm assuming they made the polls the right way, where they end when they end. They don't want to see people voting afterwards. And Culver making some noise a little bit. I see him coming back slowly but surely. So we'll just talk about the full bracket. I wish I could make this bigger, but unfortunately you can't. So this is it right here, and then whoever wins from here goes to the other side. So I don't think Christian Laettner and Doug McDermott are gonna matter too much, because the winner plays Obi Toppin, assuming that Evan doesn't like come back from down 3-0 in the finals or whatever. So we're gonna assume Obi versus maybe Laettner. Let's just go off who's winning right now, right? Let's say Obi versus Laettner on this one. Then we have JJ versus Trey Burke, 2 shooters. I like that. I think Trey would end up winning this. I'm just telling you guys what I think. Once again, vote whoever you want. Link down below. Make sure you follow me, all that good stuff. But Trey Burke, he can dribble. His jump shot, I'm not gonna say is better than JJ. Like, it's all up to you. It's all preference. But Trey can probably create, unlike JJ, who's more catch and shoot, spot up. At the end of the day, it's all about animations and signatures, and we don't know what 2K is actually going to give these cards. For all we know, all these cards are going to be in the set one day, and we're just picking who the Galaxy Opal is, who they're going to drop a locker code for. But regardless, it's going to be a free card that we create, so it's kind of cool. Other side of the bracket, Patrick Ewing is winning unless Jarrett makes a comeback. I'm not telling you guys to go vote for Jarrett. I'm just letting you guys know what it is. So assuming Patrick Ewing wins, we'll assume Drummond wins this one. We'll assume Kemba and Greg Oden. That's who's winning right now on each side. So Kemba versus Greg, that's not bad. That's not bad. I could see Greg though winning. I honestly could see Greg Oden winning his side of the bracket, and that's just because Greg Oden is really, really cheesy when it comes to 2K. I could definitely see that happening. On the other side of the bracket, however, I'll be surprised if somebody beats Obi Toppin. I really would. You gotta think of it as who you're gonna actually want on your team, who you're gonna want to run as a Galaxy Opal, assuming we all get him. It might be a hard drop and not all of us get him, and then in that case, if you have really, really bad luck, maybe you're picking who you don't want to see, right? Maybe you're like, I don't want to see Obi Top, I don't want to see Greg Oden, let me pick the worst card available. But now let's just assume we're all gonna get these cards, so pick who you think you're gonna run with. So in my case, I'm just predicting I would see Obi Toppin versus Greg Oden in the final, and then whatever happens happens. Once again, I'm not telling you who to pick for or pick of or whatever the case is. Just choose who you guys think. I think this is cool, and if they get a lot of interactions, I could definitely see 2K doing this more and more in the future and picking cards we really, really like. and all that stuff. So make sure you guys are voting, make sure you guys are up to date. Let me know down below who you guys are voting for, especially if you made it this far. I want to know who you guys want to win this whole thing. I want to know all that and then some. So I won't obviously keep you up to date on the second round and stuff, but probably on Twitter. I doubt I'll actually make another video on this. It's kind of cool though, so I wanted to bring it up. We've had this in the past, March Madness style. I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you guys for all the support as always. I dropped a no auction house video earlier, make sure to check that out. I'll also hopefully make a longer one tomorrow. I know you guys want that. So I'll see you guys later. It's been your boy Mosballin, and ballin' out.